Oh, another one. A bunch. Oh, another one right there. Yep, so guys, you can either have McDonald's or Partridge's, your choice. Well, I must say it's another large day here in the big land, but it's a cold one. I'm talking kind of loud because the volume of the phone don't work too good, you know, when it's really cold. Down in the -40s with the wind chill this morning, and the weekend we were out in Lab West, me and the wife, and it was borderline around -50. So, you know, it's been pretty cold lately, but today I'm out setting a few traps. Not going to say many, half a dozen or so, and this will probably be the last ones that I'm going to set for the year. And later on in this video, I'm going to, you know, I've been getting a lot of people, or a few inboxing me, asking me more about the rabbit wire that I use. So later on in this video, I'm going to show you the #1 rabbit wire that I use. But for now, I'm just going to move on, set another trap. And I tell you, you got to keep moving because it's cold, really cold. Look at that, fresh Martin tracks. And right here I got a box to set up, so that's excellent. I'm gonna set this one up, and hopefully when we come back, he'll be back. I just got some of the old Partridge guts there, and I also got the wing right there. And today I'm using, this is some Dead Horse Gulch. I had this give me from Full Response Scents quite a while ago, and I had a bit left, so that's what I'm going to use today. And whoo, what a smell comes from that, I tell you. I'm traveling a bit light today, you know, because there's a nice bit of snow down. There's some ptarmigan sign in here. Here, I put a couple of snares out. I just want to get a rabbit for my dinner tomorrow. Well, look at this. Got another rabbit right here. I tailed enough snares to make sure, you know, I get at least one for dinner tomorrow. So this is real good. I got 2 and still got a couple more snares to check. So 1 is good, 2 is better. Now, I was going to clean the rabbits, but they're still froze a little too much yet. So I'm going to let them tie a little while longer. And you know, I was wondering too, you know, with all the cold weather we've been having, would there be any fleas on them? And sure enough, there's still fleas. There was a couple, one right there, and another one over right here. Well guys, in this video as well, I'm going to talk about the wire that I use for rabbit snaring. And I know I mentioned this before in previous videos, but I've been getting messages from people wanting to know a little more about the wire I use. So I'll just read off one message. This is from Kevin. My problem is when I go to a hardware store or look online, there is hard wire, annealed wire, dead soft wire. I have no idea which type of wire hardness is used for snares because of dozens of YouTube videos. Nobody states what hardness of wire to use for snares. Some also like brass wire best, others like stainless steel wire. It's too confusing. I am trying to learn this information for survival applications and more. Any information will be greatly appreciated. Thanks. I may not be able to answer all of that, but I think I could give you some good info. But I'll tell you why. Right here is my preferred choice for rabbit wire, and it comes in 1 pound spools, and it's 0.025 diameter, but that's the only markings that's on this spool. They don't tell hardness or anything like that, but I'll show you later where you can find this online. Personally, I haven't seen any wire better than this yet. I know that in some areas you're not allowed to use stainless steel wire just because, like on Newfoundland Island, for instance, the pine martens are protected there, and so they like to use a weaker wire so that if you catch a marten, he would break free, you know. And so I know you are allowed to use brass wire and stuff like that, but if they were allowed to use stainless steel wire, then they would not use brass. Stainless steel is superior over brass. So that's now, if you search Mercer's Marine NL and just scroll down there a bit, you look for this website right here, and you go up, you got to look at a little search place right here, and rabbit wire, just type in rabbit wire and search, and there you have, that's the 1 pound spool right there. And obviously my spool is broke, but that's the exact same wire that I buy right there. You know, I know different stores that carry this, but this is the only online store that I know. And some of the stores that I know that sells this sell for Mercer's Marine, so it'll probably come from there anyway. Yeah, so you go down and you click on this one right here. And I looked at this earlier, so there's only one bad thing. They're out of stock right now. And this is what I buy here, the 1 pound spool. And you see, 0.25 diameter. So I know you can't get it there, so then I done a search just looking for stainless steel wire, and I never found none exactly like this, but you see, like in safety, you get safety wire, and you can get different sizes. So you can get 0.25 diameter here, and this is in like a protective casing as well. But if you zoom in, you can see the stainless steel wire there. But you know, there's different grades of stainless steel wire. It may not be so good as this, but I'm sure that'd be fine snaring wire all the same. Yep. So you see now, this here is safety wire, 0.025 diameter. And same thing, this is safety wire, and you can get different diameters, but 0.025, it'll be the same size as stainless steel wire that I use. But I think, you know, there's, let me go back to this one, and I think I scroll down a little bit. This is all wires in 304 stainless steel, right there. I really don't know what grade stainless steel that is right there, but I can't see why that wouldn't be good snaring wire. That's what I would do. I would look up that size, 0.025 safety wire, and even if it's not quite as good as this, it's still probably better than brass wire. And I'll just show you a little more on this wire here as well now. Alright, so this is the wire that I use, and you can see, look, it holds its shape really well. This is one thing I really love about it. You know, you could really easy shape your snare. And now, if I were to try to bust this wire like this, I would probably cut my hands, wouldn't be able to do it. Now, if you grab the other stainless steel wire and can bust it easy or something, well, obviously, you know, it's not too good. And I don't want to snare this up here too much. But if I wanted to, I'll just show you how easily pliable this wire is. Well, just I'll make a little eye, just nip it there. You want to make a good eye in your snare. You want to catch a rabbit and then the eye come out and lose your rabbit like that. And I tell you what, I use this a lot. I just makes my how big around I want to make my snare roughly, and then I just use a pair of fingernail clippers to snip off the wire. And if you want to, you can make one like that, and then make every one of them the exact same length or whatever. But I just makes it roughly the size of the snare, and then cuts it like that. But I'm going to show you something here with this wire too. I'm putting my cotton gloves on for this. But you wanted to, you know, you're talking survival and all that, and if you're out in the bush and you mightn't want to use your cutters too much or whatever, you know, you could put a little kink, like a kink, like that. So that's why when you're rabbit snaring, after you catch a rabbit, you inspect your wire, and if there's no kink in it, you could use this wire over again to catch another rabbit. If the rabbit happened to move around a bit and kink the wire like that in a nice bit, then put a different snare there. Because if you're out in you said, Kevin, you want it for like survival purposes. Well, if there's a kink in it and the next rabbit comes along, it gets caught, and then you lose your rabbit. Well, there goes your meal. So, but I want to show that just so that if someone did buy some of the safety wire or whatever, they could try to, you know, just experiment with the breaking strain of it or whatever. But too bad, you know, there wasn't more info on this spool, but there's not. So that's all I could do about that, and maybe that's why other people don't don't mention it much as well. But it looks like to me safety wire is probably the type of wire. So, but I'm just thinking that too. But if you can get your hands on like Mercer's, keep checking there. Later on, it's gonna be back in the stock or whatever. So, and this snare is a bit long. Now, while I'm waiting for the rabbits to thaw a little more, in front a few cod filts. Just added a bit more pork in the pan. And got some cod's heads to go in after. Just look at that. Not a lot to these heads, but man, they are super tasty. Turn off the heater up there, a bit noisy. Oh, flea. Yep. Oh, what a supper I had. What a supper I had. It was delicious. Cod's heads and filts. And now, I'm going to clean up these rabbits, and there's going to be our dinner for tomorrow. Now, one good thing about using cardboard is it makes for a real quick, easy cleanup. Just take all this now and put this right in the stove. Well guys, before I go, I want to show you, this is what the rabbit looks like in the roaster here now. And there's 2 full rabbits with all the insides and everything. In this small like enamel roaster with a bit of salt pork and a little bit of salt beef. And I tell you, when this bakes up, this is going to be fantastic. But I gotta get this in the oven here now, a little bit late getting it on the go.